What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. I hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Bitcoin, your morning update. I know the audio is a little bit worse, but it should be fine, at least good enough to listen to. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, going to start off with Bitcoin here. I wanted to talk about some fundamentals. Today, I think is quite an important day. Tomorrow we have some bigger economic news, right? And maybe I'll do a live stream during that. That might be fun, even though I'm not sure if I can. But tomorrow, big economic news. But today, in terms of the day of the week, in combination with how Thursday last week was and how Thursday has been this month, I think it's quite crucial. We'll talk about that. But just in general, we'll do a full update here on Bitcoin as well. So let's get right into it. So first of all, yesterday I was relatively neutral on Bitcoin. In my middle of the day market update, I said, all right, expect a pullback, which we did not really get, to be fair. I mean, Bitcoin held its own. I mean, Bitcoin, yes, it's trading a little bit. No, it's trading exactly at the same levels as then. And that's also the difficult part about making a video on Bitcoin right now. Look, on the 4-hour time frame, I think we are just incredibly stable, right? We have a strong resistance level right here at 107,000. We have a strong support right here between 102,000 all the way down to 99,000. And then also a strong support level at 103.5. And right now, apologies for the clock on the background. Right now, we're in the middle of that, right? So that is, for me as a trader, it just doesn't really matter what we will do, right? We can move up to 106,000, then to 104. We can move up to 104, then 106. We're just in that stability and we're waiting for a big move. And then I can tell you, all right, well, this is a real big move and we can actually break out and continue. Or this is a fake move, like I said on right here on Tuesday, where I said, you know, this is strong momentum. And we actually did have strong momentum on Tuesday, but it's most likely will pull back. Right. So right now we're in the middle of that consolidation. I will remain relatively neutral as long as we are there. Now, if we zoom into the 1-hour time frame, I do still have a somewhat bearish bias, and that's for the simple reason that we have dropped down below the 7-day rolling VWAP. We have dropped down below the 1-hour trend right here. We're still trading below the 4-hour trend right here. The 12-hour trend is what we are finding support at right now. We have dropped down below the 30-day rolling VWAP. So we've dropped down below these pretty crucial lower time frame support key zones, and then we are at the 12-hour trend. And in my opinion, we're not really gaining that much strength from that. So then I have to have a slightly bearish bias, but that is also why today is this crucial. All right. So I would say, you know, the base case for today is a bearish continuation, right? So maybe fill this fair value gap right here into the 30-day rolling VWAP, into the 7-day rolling VWAP. But ultimately, I'd say a move into 103.5. And then potentially, if we do not get a strong reaction there, or if the S&P 500, for example, pulls back, maybe we can also drop down lower into 102.4. Lower than that, I do not expect for now, but theoretically possible. So I'd say this is most likely for now. And then today, the US session will be crucial, all right? And that's what I wanted to talk about since the start of the video. But what we have seen is that Thursdays by far are the best day for Bitcoin in the last month. All right. So historically, you can see Tuesday, Thursday, and then the weekend is actually quite good. Last week, however, we saw a change in that. Last week, we actually saw bearish pressure coming in during the US session. So today is going to be crucial, right? Can we actually see a reversal from last week and a continuation of the entire month before that? Or are we going to see that bearish momentum again today, which was the same as last week, but was different from the entirety of May? If today we do not see bullish momentum come in during the US session, which I will keep you updated on, you have my word on that, then that's incredibly bearish, and that's confirmation for a move down, right? So even though I think technically it is already most likely we will pull back lower here, there is still a chance that if we get a very strong US opening, that we can reverse that, right? And that we can actually still get a move up, but that is only possible if we actually get that strength. And given the fact that last week we did not have that strength, I think it's best to assume we're going to drop down lower rather than to say, no, I think we're going to do the same as what we did the month before that. But I'll keep you updated on that. For me, the key level really is 105,500. If we actually do see a high volume move above that during the US session, then this is invalidated. right? And then we can see that move into 107 and 108. But for now, as long as that's holding, as long as we have not seen that high volume bullish momentum, I think this is most likely. And I think that's what you need to know. So hopefully that helps. Those are my thoughts, at least for now. But thank you for watching. Take care and bye.